It's better than the original proposals, but it's still very disappointing that we're going to be cutting the breakfast programme to half an hour. I really don't know what the point of that is. I also know that the NUJ were in proper negotiations with the BBC, and the BBC kind of went out and put this publicly into the public domain in the middle of a negotiation. I don't understand why they would have done that. I think it is disappointing. I think people in Derry will be angry about it, and we're not going to let this stand. I don't think this is the end of the matter, and I don't think people should be expecting that the BBC will just get away with cutting BBC in this way, and that we will be quiet. Look, there's, I don't know how many staff there are in Belfast, over 600 I think, and the axe is falling in Derry. This is not a new story. We're very, very aware that every time they change the output coming from Foyle, we get a diminished diminished output from the people for people in the Northwest. We're not going to see the same attention in the Northwest as we had before. I think it's a huge mistake. The BBC have listened a bit, but they haven't listened enough, and I think they're making a mistake here. The BBC is a public broadcaster. They're supposed to be focused on local issues, and now they're focusing more on the centre in Northern Ireland instead of the local output in Foyle. I think it's a huge mistake, and I think they'll come to regret it. I think what will end up happening is that people in the Northwest will end up tuning out and not tuning in to BBC. The Stephen McCauley Show is a fantastic programme that showcases local musicians, and I listen to it very regularly. Stephen is a fantastic advocate of people who are local musicians and people who are doing all of that work, and the BBC just seem to not care about that right now, and I find that very upsetting. I really don't understand what the point of all of this is. The BBC are the axe is falling. As Gregory says, we understand there are cuts to the BBC's budget, but the axe is falling in the wrong place. It is falling on people who are doing local programming, and serving local communities. And I actually think what will end up happening is that local people will end up tuning out. But it just shows you that the people of the Northwest generally are upset about this and aren't going to take it, and I'll do whatever I can to continue this fight.